Why would you make something where you can't turn the alarm off? So, yeah, it didn't do that last time. Last time I pressed the button lightly, intuitively, thinking that will probably silence the alarm, and it cut power dramatically and drastically and instantaneously to everything. NAS, computer, the render farm, the whole lot. Oof. So that's irritating. Thanks, APC. I can probably take these off now that it's stopped making absolutely ridiculous racket. But yeah, so we'll get some new batteries for it anyway. It's just one of those things. If you run a studio, these things can happen. It is irritating though when things make a noise that you can't stop. And fun fact, now that it's all powered off, I'm going to tackle another job which is making a little bit of noise in the studio, which is really starting to irritate me. I replaced the Lacy Big 5 Raid, this thing, because it started after 10 years to get a little bit temperamental, and when it did get temperamental, it had an alarm that you couldn't actually silence in any way, shape or form. So after 2 or 3 failures where drives were mangled, or it spent a day rebuilding when it's very slow, I decided, you know what, it's time to say thanks very much for your service, but something new. So I moved over to a Synology RAID, and so far it's been great. It's much more powerful. It enables remote work everywhere, which is fantastic. I can sync it across multiple places. I can sync it to other services, so I have other backups completely in the cloud, which is fantastic. But it is quite noisy. The Lacy RAID here was nigh on silent for 99% of its life, whereas the Synology RAID is quite noisy. Now, I've mitigated some of the noise with a cork pad and then a foam pad underneath it, so it's not touching the desk, plus new feet. That made the biggest difference. It's no longer vibrating everything on the desk, but the drives are very fast on it, and they sit in these plastic caddies. They're not actually screwed in like you would expect. They're kind of held in by a friction, and they do vibrate, and you get this sympathetic whine that you just can't get rid of it, and it's very irritating. It really gets on my tits. So apparently the way you fix that is with the Velcro tape, the fluffy side of Velcro tape. So I'm going to give that a go and see whether that sort of just provides a buffer between the plastic and the spinning drive. People on Reddit have said it worked, so that's gospel normally. So we'll find out whether that works while we have everything now powered down. Thanks, APC.
Get money, baby.
So this is the caddy that the Synology NAS comes with, and as you can see, it doesn't have any mount points for the drive. It's basically this is it. This is all that holds the drive in. You've got these removable friction plates, I suppose, on the side, and these rubber grommets, and these rubber grommets press up against the drive, and that's it. And there's one of these on both sides. It clicks in, and I think the idea is that it expands the rubber grommet slightly, so it provides a bit of a buffer against the drive. But I'm finding that these drives are spinning so fast that the whole platter is going like this the whole time, and it produces a buzz, a whine that you can't escape. And it's not the noise of the drive itself. I've tested the drive in another caddy when it's screwed in, and yeah, it's not a quiet drive, but it's significantly quieter than it is when it's in this. So Synology, listen up. Yeah, maybe reconsider, or put something here to grab the drive, or give us back some screws. They're not expensive. So I've got my little bits of Velcro, and they say that if you place them strategically around the case, that it should quieten the drive slightly. I'm only going to go with a couple of pieces. I don't want it to be too ridiculous. Let's see whether that fits. feels like it's got more grip on it. So yeah, let's see if that works. And that's the last drive that's in this NAS. Because it's a brand new NAS, it's only got 3 drives in. Let's see whether it makes it a little bit quieter when it boots up. Absolutely silent. Listen. Peace. It's not often something you find on the internet works first time, but that has. It is absolutely silent. So if you are the owner of a Synology RAID and the whine of the drives is driving you insane, put new feet on it, put it on a pad, and insulate the drives from their caddies with a little bit of Velcro. A problem with a $1,500, $2,000 piece of kit solved with $2 worth of cheap Velcro. If you want more hints or tips, follow me for more. Again, this is a quick vlog. I'm going to make these a little bit more focused in the following days, but you know, you got to give, you got to take. And today it's been a bit of a day because the election happened last night. It was a bit of a night. And then it's been a very busy day in the studio on top of the technical issues that we've just been talking about. So yeah, if you like what I'm doing here, drop me a follow, drop me a like and comment. It's all really, really useful for a brand new channel, and it'd be fantastic to hear from some of the people that are following along, because I don't know who any of you are, and it's really weird speaking into the void like this. But yeah, come and say hello, and I'll see you tomorrow.